am going to make the keto Monterey spinach chicken. That's the macros. This one I did have frozen. I put it in the fridge yesterday to start thawing. So I'm probably going to heat this for 2.5 minutes, cut up the chicken, and then heat it again for a minute. But I'll let you know kind of how long it takes after it had been thawing only for a day. Okay, so important note, I just found out the hard way. Make sure you poke enough holes in the top because this one broke the container because it didn't poke enough holes and it exploded. But anyways, this smells super good. The sauce smells amazing, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it. It's got a really unique flavor. I like it a lot. This might be my favorite one. It just tastes like a fancy Italian seasoned chicken that you'd like get at a nice restaurant. I don't really know what the flavors are, but I like it. They're on the mild side, but it just has a lot of flavor to it, and it tastes really, really good. I'm gonna try this. I think it's rice cauliflower that's like made into a grit. Seems like it has some seasoning in there too. Oh wow. Okay, so even that has some season to it. The rice cauliflower is a little bit on the hard side. That might be because I messed up the cooking. I don't know. But it has like a seasoning in it that's really flavorful. So I feel like these two, it reminds me of like an Italian dish because there's probably like oregano in this one, but the sauce of this one just, I don't know. It seems like kind of like a lasagna style flavor. But I think this is my favorite one so far. I'm going to give this one a 5. Definitely will order this again. So today I'm having the Parmesan pesto chicken. It has zucchini noodles and I don't know what that means, but it's got looks like green beans with some tomatoes. So this is the one thing I'd caution about getting things with zucchini noodles is it ends up being really watery. So I don't know how this is going to be, but the chicken looks really great and it smells good. So I'm going to cut up the chicken into smaller pieces and then give a taste test. Okay, so the crusted chicken part is like actually soggy. Yeah, and pretty gross. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it and see what happens. So the flavor is really great. It's like a buttery garlic chicken, but it's so watery. It's kind of gross. I'll try the green beans. They kind of look like they have no flavor. So the green beans don't have any flavor, so I'll probably put that in that like I typically do. All in all, I would give this one a 2 just because the chicken's flavor is really good, but it's like soggy and a little gross in that sense. And then I'm not going to have the zucchini noodles just because like I don't think they really add a whole lot. If this chicken was in like some other dish without zucchini noodles, I could probably enjoy it a bit more, but the zucchini noodles just makes it a bit watery. So I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 5. So this factor meal is blackened salmon with smoked Gouda cauliflower, grits, and broccoli. It looks like the broccoli does have some sort of seasoning on it. And the cauliflower is under salmon. So I'll go ahead and try the salmon by itself, cauliflower by itself, and broccoli by itself. It actually smells really good. It's actually not as flavorful as I thought it'd be. It has a little bit of a fishy taste, as salmon tends to, but it doesn't really taste like anything special about it because it doesn't really taste like it's seasoned all that much. So I'm gonna try again. So when you get the top, you do get a little bit of a smoky taste, but it smells a lot more flavorful than it actually is. I'm gonna go ahead and try the cauliflower. The cauliflower is really creamy. I like it a lot. But what they do with the grits cauliflower is it's a little more hard. It's not as soft as rice cauliflower typically is, which I'm not a super big fan of, but the flavor is nice and creamy. I do like that. I'll try the broccoli. This does have some sort of sauce in it. The broccoli has a little bit of a spicy taste to it, so I don't know what's in it, but it's really watery. I don't know why, but anyways, all in all, I don't think this is super bad. Probably, I mean, definitely not one of my favorites. I would give this maybe a 3.5 out of 5. I think if you're wanting salmon and not wanting a whole lot of it, this is a nice thing because then you don't have to buy a large fillet of salmon. Because the salmon does taste good, but it's just kind of bland. So I think all in all, 3.5 out of 5. I don't think I showed you, that's the macros for it. And I did cook it for 2.5 minutes after it had been sitting in my fridge for a few days after taking it out of the freezer. So, yep, that's the blackened salmon. Okay, so today's meal is from Factor, the sun-dried tomato chicken. This is what it's looking like. I really just don't like zucchini, so I'm not going to have the zucchini noodles, but that is the macros for this meal. I cooked it for 2.5 minutes. I'm probably going to have to cut up the chicken into smaller pieces and heat it up for another 30 seconds or so. But I'm going to go ahead and give this a try as is. Okay, so I got a piece of chicken with the sun-dried tomato sauce. I'm going to go ahead and try it. The grilled chicken is super nice. Has a nice, like, natural grilled flavor. It reminds me of, like, if you get a grilled chicken sandwich at, like, a fast food restaurant. How the grill just tastes, I don't know, juicy. So I really like the chicken. And I'm not a super big fan of chicken in the first place, but the sauce it almost has like a cheesy vibe to it, but it's really good. It's like nice and creamy. So I think the chicken is really great. I'll try the zucchini noodles, but I'm not expecting much. They don't tend to season their vegetables a whole lot, so I'm not very hopeful for this, but I'll try it. Yeah, that's not seasoned at all. I'm not going to be able to eat that. But the chicken's pretty good. So, all in all, I would probably rate this meal as a whole as a 3. But if I were to just rate the chicken, I think I'd probably rate it as like a 4.5 because it's really good. I think one of the better protein options. But I wouldn't be able to eat it with the zucchini just because it's very bland and watery, and I don't really like zucchini in the first place. But the chicken is really good. Okay, so today I have a keto poblano bowl. There's the macros there. It comes with a cauliflower rice and sour cream. I heated it up for 2.5 minutes. This had been sitting in the fridge for 3 days after taking it out of the freezer. Has some cheese and jalapenos on the meat side. The riced broccoli doesn't look like it's seasoned at all, which is pretty typical for the vegetables. But I'm going to go ahead and try the meat side and see how it is. So the meat actually has a really nice flavor to it. A little spicy, but I like spicy. So if you like spicy, I'm sure you'll like this. If you don't like any spicy, then this might not be your jam. But I think the meat has a really nice flavor to it. Would probably taste really, really good in a tortilla, which I might do. I'll go ahead and try the rice broccoli, even though I'm sure it doesn't have any flavor to it. Ugh. Yeah, so that doesn't taste like anything. The broccoli is at least soft, which is better than the rice cauliflower grits that I've been getting lately, but just not really flavorful. I might mix that with that. I might not. But I think all in all, I would probably give this one a 4. I think this is really good. I feel like this is tolerable, and if you wanted a more filling meal. You could easily add that to that and it would just absorb the flavor. So not a bad dish from Factor at all.